When you pulled back your energy, your person was met with a sudden and overwhelming sense of emptiness, a void they hadn't anticipated. It was as if the light in their world had dimmed without your presence, and for the first time, they truly began to grasp the depth of the connection you shared. The energy you once poured into the relationship had been a constant source of warmth, comfort, and strength. But in your absence, that same energy became a mirror, reflecting everything they had taken for granted and all the ways they had failed to meet your expectations. Your person is now coming to terms with the truth that you had looked to them not just for love, but for joy, companionship, and a sense of emotional security. You believed they would add value to your life, uplift your spirit, and be a source of consistent support. Yet, through their actions, or perhaps their lack of action, they ended up wounding you in ways you never expected. The hurt they caused wasn't always intentional, but that doesn't make it any less real or painful. This realization has shaken them. They carry the weight of regret heavily, feeling ashamed that they let someone as genuine and giving as you slip through their fingers. There is a deep remorse growing within them, a sense of responsibility that goes beyond surface-level apologies. They are starting to understand that love is not only about the good moments shared but also about how we show up in the difficult ones. They now realize that they weren't present when you needed them most, and in doing so, they created cracks in the foundation of your trust. And that awareness is changing them. In the solitude that followed your withdrawal, your person has begun to reflect more deeply than ever before. They're recognizing the negative influences they allowed to steer their behavior, people who manipulated and controlled them, voices that sowed doubt and confusion. Slowly but surely, they are clearing out that toxicity from their life. They're choosing to walk away from the people and patterns that no longer serve their growth, no longer align with who they want to be, especially in the context of this relationship. It's not an easy process for them, but it's a necessary one if they are to become someone who deserves a place in your life again. Throughout this journey, they've also come to see how much you've taught them, not just through your words, but through your actions, your strength, and even your silence. Your presence was transformative, and even your absence has continued to teach them valuable lessons. You challenged them to become better, to rise above their limitations, and to confront their own fears and insecurities. Whether you realize it or not, you were a catalyst for their growth, a mirror that showed them both their potential and their shortcomings. Now, standing in the aftermath of what's been lost, they feel a powerful urge to make things right. They don't just want to reach out with hollow words or half-hearted efforts. They want to take real, meaningful responsibility for the pain they caused and for the damage done, whether it's to your heart, to the trust you once had in them, or to the relationship as a whole. They are not seeking to erase the past, but to build something stronger from the lessons it brought. They understand that healing takes time, and they're not expecting instant forgiveness or a swift reunion. Instead, they want to earn your trust again, slowly and sincerely. They want to show you through consistent actions that they are capable of change, that they are willing to put in the effort to become the kind of person who deserves your love and energy. It's not about grand gestures or dramatic declarations anymore. It's about quiet, steady growth, about being present, accountable, and emotionally available. This time, they want to be the one who holds space for you, who uplifts you when you're down, and who stands by you through both the calm and the storm. They want to co-create a relationship where both people feel safe, valued, and heard. They're finally beginning to grasp what true partnership looks like, and they're willing to do the inner work required to be that kind of partner. Your absence has been a wake-up call, a profound turning point. And while they can't go back and undo the past, they are determined to make the future different, more respectful, more loving, more balanced. They want to be a source of peace instead of pain, someone who adds to your life rather than drains from it. And whether or not you choose to welcome them back, they will carry the lessons you taught them forever. My love, there are moments when I sit quietly, just reflecting on everything we've shared and how deeply you've become a part of my life. And in those moments, one thought always rises above the rest: I cannot imagine my life without you in it. That idea, that truth, is so deeply rooted in my heart that even trying to picture a future without you feels impossible. You are not just someone I love, you have become my peace, my strength, and my reason to keep going, even when life feels overwhelming. Being with you brings me a kind of happiness that words will always fall short of describing. It's not just joy or excitement, though there's plenty of that when we're together. It's something more profound, something that settles in my soul like calm after a long storm. It's the way your presence soothes me, the way your voice can quiet all the noise in my mind, and the way your touch can remind me that I'm safe, that I'm home. I still remember the early days, when everything around me felt heavy and full of pain. I was carrying so much, memories that hurt, struggles I couldn't speak about, and wounds I had buried deep. But then you came along. You didn't just stand by me, you helped me unburden myself without judgment or pressure. When we spent time together, even if we were doing something simple like talking or just sitting in silence, you made me forget those painful days. For the first time in a long while, I felt like I could breathe. I could laugh. I could be myself. Because of you, I started to rediscover parts of me that I thought I had lost forever. Your love helped me find contentment in the present and hope for the future. I began to feel confident, not just in the way I looked or acted, but in who I was at my core. That kind of transformation doesn't happen easily, and it certainly doesn't happen without someone truly special by your side. You are that person for me. You accepted me in ways that few ever have. All my imperfections, all my quirks, all the baggage I came with, you embraced it all. You never asked me to be anything other than who I truly am. Instead, you made me feel seen, appreciated, and deeply loved. You made me feel wanted, and in a world that often makes people feel replaceable, that feeling is a rare and beautiful gift. I will never forget the kindness you've shown me, even when I didn't know how to ask for it. I will always remember the way you stayed when others might have walked away. And I'll forever be grateful for the sacrifices you've made for us, for our love, our bond, and our future. I know it hasn't always been easy, and I know there have been moments when you could have chosen the easier path. But you chose me. You chose us. That means more to me than I can ever express. And now, I want to share something that's been heavy on my heart. There are many things in my life that remain unfinished and complicated. These are personal battles, old wounds, and responsibilities I need to face on my own before I can give myself fully to you in the way that you deserve. I don't want to carry this weight into what we're building together, because you've given me a love that is pure and honest, and I want to honor that love with a clear heart and mind. So, I'm taking some time. Not because I'm uncertain about you, never that, but because I need to sort through these things for myself. I owe it to both of us to come back to you whole and ready. This time isn't about distance, it's about preparation. It's about making sure that when I do approach you fully, I come without fear, without hesitation, and without the shadows of my past holding me back. Please know that you are always in my thoughts. Everything I'm doing now, every step I'm taking, is with you in my heart. I'm working toward a future that includes you, brightly, completely, and forever. You have given me so much already, and all I want is to be able to give you the same, in return, without limitations. Thank you for being patient. Thank you for loving me the way you do. Thank you for being the light in my darkest moments. I am endlessly grateful for you, and I carry your love with me through everything I face. Many of you may be feeling a deep sense of sadness or emotional discomfort that seems to come out of nowhere. You might find yourself waking up feeling low, anxious, or simply off balance, even though nothing in your immediate environment appears to be causing it. Please know that you are not alone in this experience. What you are feeling is part of a powerful collective shift, a clearing and realignment that is taking place across the energetic plane. As a society, we are undergoing a transformation, and as individuals, we are being called to release old patterns, limiting beliefs, and emotional blockages that no longer serve us. This energetic cleansing can manifest in a number of ways. You may feel more anxious than usual, more irritable or moody. Perhaps you're experiencing fatigue, brain fog, or an overwhelming desire to sleep more than usual. These are not signs of weakness or failure, they are signs that your mind, body, and spirit are asking for rest and nourishment. During times of intense transformation, it is completely normal to feel out of sync with your usual rhythm. Your system is recalibrating, and in order to do so, it requires quiet, stillness, and trust. Right now, a great deal of emotional junk is being cleared away from your energetic field. These may be old wounds you thought you had moved on from, or they could be deep-rooted fears that have stayed buried beneath the surface. The intensity of these feelings might catch you off guard, but they are surfacing so that you can finally acknowledge, release, and heal them. This process is not always comfortable, but it is deeply necessary. You are clearing space within yourself, space that will soon become the fertile ground for new opportunities, healthier relationships, and a deeper sense of inner peace. As you undergo this transformation, your relationships are also evolving. For many of you, your partner, especially those with more masculine energy, may be going through a profound internal awakening. His inner feminine, the intuitive and emotional part of his being, is rising and seeking union with you. He no longer wants to live a life based on societal expectations or emotional suppression. He is becoming increasingly aware of how much energy it takes to keep up a facade and how exhausting it is to hide his true emotions. Your partner may be feeling called to step into his authenticity, to drop the mask, speak his truth, and confront the inner conflict that has been weighing him down. He desires emotional and mental balance. He no longer wants to be driven by fear or past trauma. Instead, he seeks to live from a place of integrity, vulnerability, and emotional clarity. This process of self-discovery and healing may not be easy for him, but it is essential. As he clears these emotional blocks, he moves closer to the version of himself he has always wanted to be, more open, more connected, and more aligned with his soul's purpose. You, too, are stepping into a new chapter. You are beginning to hear your inner voice more clearly. That quiet inner guidance, which may have once been drowned out by doubt or fear, is now growing stronger. You are learning to trust it, to let it lead you forward without being derailed by uncertainty or confusion. You are developing a deeper relationship with yourself, one built on self-trust, courage, and vision. Even in moments when the path ahead feels unclear, you are learning to hold steady and move forward anyway. There is no need to rush this process. Transformation doesn't happen overnight. It unfolds slowly, often in layers, and each step you take matters. Give yourself grace during this time. Be gentle with yourself and others. Understand that everyone is navigating their own journey, and though the challenges may differ, we are all feeling the impact of this collective shift in one way or another. What's most important right now is to stay grounded in your truth. Honor your feelings, listen to your body, and stay connected to the present moment. Whether you're experiencing joy, grief, fear, or hope, allow yourself to feel it fully, without judgment. These emotions are not obstacles to your progress, they are part of it. Each feeling is a messenger, guiding you toward deeper self-awareness and healing. Remember, this is not the end, it is the beginning. The universe is helping you shed what no longer aligns so you can become who you were always meant to be. Trust that everything you are going through is preparing you for something greater. The foundation you are laying now will support the next beautiful chapter of your life, one built on truth, connection, and purpose. So breathe deeply. Rest when you need to. Speak your truth. And keep moving forward, knowing that every moment of discomfort is leading you toward greater alignment and peace. You are not falling apart, you are becoming whole.